Hi everybody, this is Dr. RF and we are in Unit 4. Unit 4 is all about planning for your group. In planning for the group, there's several things involved in it, and it gets a little bit muddled because it's like a lot of times we're not in charge of planning for groups, in the sense that we don't get to choose the topic, or we're assigned to a group that already has an ongoing topic. But here we're going to start as if you are being given the opportunity to create a group. What kind of group will it be? If we go into the tip information here in Chapter 2, they talk about the different kinds of groups they have, which we've discussed in seminar: psychoeducational, skills development, cognitive behavioral, support, and interpersonal. Aside from those groups, there's probably a dozen more that fall within those same topics. Always remember that not everybody is made for group, that you can decide as your professional opinion that someone is not ready for group. Perhaps they're not ready to be in a group situation, or they refuse to participate. That's a big one, and it actually does happen. They're unable to honor the agreements of the group. And now this could possibly be somebody that you place in a group and then have them removed because they are not following the rules of the group, which we're going to cover right here, which is just, this is something we'll cover in seminar on Monday, talking about the rules of the group. How do you set those? Why is it important? And you're the one that gets to set these rules. As a group facilitator, you are the one that sets the rules. Even if it's an ongoing group and you're being placed in it to cover it, it is your group and you set the rules. So we'll talk about that in seminar on Monday. But anyway, make sure that you are aware of that. Make sure that you are aware that some people are not suitable for group. Like we mentioned in seminar before, obviously hostile people, or those who you are concerned in terms of possibly being violent or unwilling to share in a group setting because of whatever. We talked about some racist issues or possible like religious or fanatical types of ideals. So, respecting the client, understanding where they are. I'm going into the appendices here that I have listed. Remember that there's different placements, different levels of placements when it comes to creating groups. So when you create your group this week, I want you to think about whether or not, I'm looking for the actual appendix. Here it's coming, I see it. Whether or not you want to do a heterogeneous or a homogeneous group. Heterogeneous group means that you're going to have different kinds of people in there. But the only thing that unites them all is a common topic. So you're going to have men, women, older people, younger people, and, they're all there for substance use issues, right? Or you can create homogeneous groups where everybody basically looks the same. So like all women, all men, and again, same topic, substance abuse issues. It is more common to have heterogeneous groups in outpatient therapy or counseling, and it is important to be aware of the fact that when you're doing residential, it's more likely that you're going to do homogeneous groups. I prefer homogeneous groups personally, because in substance use issues, the idea of being distracted by anything is very common. So keeping their mind focused on the topic is important. Okay, in the Appendix E for the Tip 41, they have lots of information that's pretty cool. But here at A7 in Appendix E, they talk about group member group and member preparation. Be aware that you need to have them, that during intake they need to have their informed consent. Remember, that's the ethics we talked about. Defining confidentiality and the limits to confidentiality, but also explaining to them the information as to why they should not be talking about what happens in group, because remember, confidentiality is our duty, not theirs. And another point here that they make is obviously that you need to be doing development, that you need to be working on your skills, going to seminars and blah, blah, blah. So that's all important stuff. When you do your discussions this week, make sure that you mention your theoretical orientation. I think that that's an important thing. If you get stuck on that, the Appendix D in the tip also has information for that, because they have like the definitions of some of the therapies we talked about in seminar on Monday. So understanding, the words we're going to be using, the words that are common in the group world, as you see all the different therapies and stuff. Also, we'll discuss on Monday any kind of resistance. If you, before placing somebody, if you have the opportunity to interview them, you're going to be testing out their resistance. You're going to be testing out whether or not, where they are in terms of their readiness to participate in a group or readiness to change. And we'll talk about all of that stuff during seminar. All right, so it is Unit 4. Hopefully the groups are moving along nicely. If not, I think I still need, I need to have everybody turn in what is everybody doing in the group. And that's about it. I'll see you guys on Monday. If you have any questions, email me, text me, send up a flare, and I will get back to you. All right, have a great week, guys.